And, once I graduated from college, I looked and like, wow, I didn't even really know what goals were then, but I had that goal. And I'm like, what else could I do if I really sat down and focused on goals and developing myself? I also realized the potential that was inside of me. For the longest time growing up, I was damaged goods. I was that kid from that murder trial or from that family. And so I always kind of fell into place because I thought that's who I was. And then when I graduated college, I realized there's potential in here, and more potential than I thought, and a lot more potential than the people looking at me from afar thought. And I'm like, what else could I do? How far can I go with goals and personal development? And I became obsessed. And over the last 25 years, I've used it in every area of my life, business, health, my marriage. I just celebrated 25 years of marriage. And again, that was not easy. We were probably a few arguments away from not making it 25 years. And I talk about that. I was really transparent in the Unlucky Sperm Club. You're not a victim of your circumstances, but a product of your choices, because I wanted people to realize on the other end of success, there were a lot of sleepless nights. There were a lot of mistakes. There were a lot of, things could go either way. But as long as you kept going, you're going to make it, as long as you just didn't quit. And that's what this book, I put it out there to help people realize that just keep going. These people who are successful, they've got struggles just like you do. They had times where they were pulling their hair out and they couldn't sleep for weeks at a time, but they just kept going and they didn't quit. And that's the difference, I think, for a lot of people. And so becoming obsessed with goals, I use them in some form or fashion over the last 25 years. I went to every seminar I could afford. I used just about every goal program out on the market. And what I realized was there were some things that worked and some things that didn't. No program kind of had it all together. And when I was able to exit a few of these businesses, and you have that question where if time and money doesn't matter, what would you do with your life? And this is what I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to help other people realize what potential's inside of them and how they can realize that potential using the right tools, the right knowledge, and the right support. And that's when I designed this program called I Got Smarter. And I'm like, wow, this would be really cool if we could put it into an app. And so I built it into an app and I put it out there, and I priced it to where money is not an issue. For $10 a month, and 10 minutes a day, you can design a life that you can't even imagine right now, as long as you're consistent with it. And if your goals aren't worth $10 a month or 10 minutes a day, you need bigger goals. And that's the whole premise of I Got Smarter. It's changed people's lives. It's taken them from where they felt hopeless to where with the tools and the knowledge and the support found in it, they're living lives they couldn't imagine a year or 2 years ago.